Welcome to ScoutBallAI.com, your complete command center for youth baseball team management, player evaluation, and analytics. Today we'll walk through the entire process from setting up your first division to drafting your team and importing statistics. When you first log in, you'll see your dashboard with divisions, teams, player pools, and player counts, all starting at 0. Don't worry, we'll get you set up quickly with our intuitive 7-step Getting Started guide. The dashboard shows your organization that you signed up with during registration, and everything is laid out in a logical flow from divisions to teams to players to the draft board. Let's begin by creating your first division. Click on Manage Divisions and then Create your division. For this example, we'll create an 11U division. Simply enter 11U as the division name. You can add a description here if you'd like, but it's optional. Click Create your division to save. Your division is now created and ready for the next step. The system is designed to flow in order, from dashboard to divisions, then to player pools, then to teams, then to players, and finally to the draft board. Next, we'll create player pools. Think of these as the talent pools where players trying out for your division will be placed. This is where the league players or your tryout participants will reside. Click Manage Pools, then Create a Pool. We'll name this 11U pool to match our division. Select the 11U division we just created to tie this pool to that division. This connection is crucial because later we'll tie teams to divisions and draft from these pools. Click Create Pool to save your player pool. Now we have our pool created and we're ready for the next step. Now let's create your first team. Click Create Your Teams. We'll call this team 11U Team 1 and select our 11U division from the drop-down. You can call your team whatever you want, Team 1, Eagles, or any team name that fits your organization. Add any description you'd like, then click Create. Your team is now created and connected to your division. Before we can import players, we need to set up how we'll evaluate them. The system will automatically guide you to Team Management, where you'll configure your evaluation metrics. This is a critical step because you need to decide what metrics you'll use to evaluate players before you can import their evaluations. You'll see default metrics already available like throwing accuracy, fielding range, baseball IQ, coachability, athleticism, and arm strength. For this walkthrough, we'll focus on 4 core metrics: hitting, fielding, arm strength, and speed. If you need to add custom metrics, simply click Add Metric. For example, we can add pitching as a category with subcategories for accuracy and velocity. Once you add it, you'll see pitching appears as an option in your metrics list. Now comes the important part, assigning weights to each metric. Remember, all weights must total exactly 100%, and the system will show you badges and helpful hints throughout to guide you. We'll set each of our 4 metrics to 25% to get to our 100% total. Once your weights equal 100%, click Save to lock in your evaluation criteria. With your metrics configured, you'll see a Download Evaluation Template option appear on the left side of the screen. This creates a customized spreadsheet based on your chosen metrics and is what you'll use to import player data. Download and save the template to your computer. The system automatically puts the date on the file name so you can keep track of different versions. When you open it, you'll see columns for first name, last name, position, jersey number, age, throwing hand, batting hand, and your custom metrics. This template is what you'll use at tryouts. The jersey number field is particularly useful. If you have 100 kids trying out, you can label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 100. You can print this template out, format the columns however you want to make it look nice, and attach it to your clipboard for easy use during tryouts. Make sure you fill in every single value and don't leave any fields empty, as the system requires complete data for proper import. After your tryouts, you'll have completed evaluation forms for all players. If you have multiple coaches evaluating players, you'll need to aggregate those scores into one sheet with the average scores. Now it's time to import this data. Go to the Players section and click Import Players. You'll see 2 options here: Standard CSV for your tryout metrics and GameChanger CSV files for statistics, which we'll cover later. Drag and drop your completed evaluation template into the upload area. The system automatically runs a comprehensive validation check, looking for missing first or last names, incorrect character types in number fields, invalid position codes, or any other data issues. If there are any problems, the system will flag them with specific error messages and ask you to fix them in your CSV file before proceeding. This validation process ensures clean data going into your system. In our example, everything looks perfect, so we can continue. You can see all the data is properly formatted. Positions, ages, handedness, and all the numerical values for each player are correctly displayed in the preview. Once validation passes, you'll come to a crucial step: pool selection. The system requires you to choose which pool to assign these players to. We'll select the 11U pool we created earlier. In our example, we have 20 players from tryouts to import. Click Import, and the system will process all your players. This typically takes just a few seconds for up to 100 players, or about a minute for larger groups. You'll see a confirmation message showing Import Complete with the number of successful imports highlighted in green. If any imports fail, our system automatically sends us an error notification through our Call Home feature. We've built in multiple support mechanisms to ensure a smooth experience. After clicking Done, you'll see your complete player list with all 20 players and their overall scores calculated automatically. For example, you might see scores like 7.38 or 8.5. The system takes all your weighted metrics and calculates an overall score for each player. You can click on any player to view their detailed information. All these details are completely editable, including their individual metric scores. This is particularly useful if a player returns for a second tryout day and performs differently. Maybe they were dealing with arm soreness on the first day or had an off day pitching. You can easily adjust any of their metrics and save the changes to update their overall score. Now comes the exciting part: drafting your team. Click on the Draft Board tab to access your command center. This is your private command center where you can evaluate all your tryout participants. For travel ball teams, this is where you'll select players to invite to your team. For Little League, you'll use this in the actual draft room, while other coaches are using clipboards and paper or basic spreadsheets. The system automatically selects your team and player pool if you only have one of each. If you have multiple teams, maybe you're coaching both a 9-year-old and 11-year-old team in Little League, you can manage both teams from this interface, and the buttons will ask you to select which team you're drafting for. The draft board shows all available players with their overall scores and key information. You can filter by all players or select specific pools if you have multiple player pools set up. The Player Recommendations card is particularly powerful and is one of my favorite features. Click the Coach's Pick button and it shows you the best available player overall. It tells you their batting hand, primary position, and which pool they're from. But here's where it gets really smart. Let's say you specifically need a pitcher. Click on Pitcher in the position filter, and the system will show you only pitchers ranked by their overall scores combined with their pitching-specific metrics. To draft a player, simply click on them. They'll immediately move to your drafted list on the right side and be marked as unavailable on the main board. For Little League drafts, this system gives you a huge advantage in the draft room. While other coaches are fumbling with papers and trying to remember player names, you have this command center with all the data at your fingertips. You can connect your laptop to a mobile hotspot, or even better, use your mobile phone. We have a mobile draft mode that shows just the essential drafting interface optimized for phone screens. When other coaches call out that a player is unavailable, you can instantly mark them off on your phone by clicking the player and selecting Mark Unavailable. When it's your turn to draft, you can quickly see your top recommendations and make your selection. The mobile version is perfect for draft rooms. Just mark players as unavailable as they're selected by other teams and draft your picks when it's your turn. Everything syncs in real time. Continue drafting until you have your complete roster. For travel ball, this might be 11 players. For Little League, follow your league's roster requirements. You can see your drafted players listed on the right side, and there's a complete draft history showing when you drafted each player and even when you undrafted them if you need to make changes. If you accidentally draft the wrong player, no problem. Just click Undraft and they'll be removed from your roster and become available again. Once you have your complete roster, you can view your team by going to the Teams section and clicking on Team Rosters. Here you'll see your entire drafted team, and this roster is available for export as well. Now you're ready to start practicing and playing games with your selected team. Once your season begins and you start collecting game statistics, you can import them for powerful analytics. This is where ScoutBall AI really starts to shine with advanced features. Return to the Players section and select Import Statistics. Now you'll choose GameChanger CSV instead of the standard evaluation CSV. Upload your GameChanger statistics file. The system validates this data just like the evaluation import, making sure all the player names, jersey numbers, and statistics are properly formatted. It's important that whoever is doing your GameChanger input puts in complete data, full first and last names and jersey numbers, because that's how we track and match players. The validation will check for any missing or incorrect data and alert you to fix any issues before importing. Clean data going in means accurate analytics coming out. Once validation passes, you'll select which team to assign these statistics to, rather than a player pool like before. GameChanger often includes guest players who joined your team throughout the season, so you might be importing more players than your original roster. The system will add all these players to your team for complete statistical analysis. Click Import and the system will process all the statistical data. This typically takes a few seconds for up to 100 players, or about a minute for larger data sets. You'll see a confirmation showing how many players and their statistics were successfully imported. Now you have both your original evaluation data and your season performance statistics combined in one powerful database. This statistical data becomes the foundation for our advanced analytics features, including lineup optimization using 4 different sabermetric approaches, AI-powered insights that identify your top performers and areas needing improvement, and individual player development plans. We'll cover all of these powerful analytics features in detail in our next video. ScoutBall AI transforms how you manage your youth baseball team, from the initial tryouts through season-long development. The draft board features are completely free for one team and one coach, so you can try the core functionality without any cost. Our goal is simple: help you win through data-driven player development. This command center provides constant statistical insights to guide your coaching decisions and maximize your team's potential. Instead of relying on gut feelings and memory, you now have concrete data to make informed decisions about your players and team strategy. Thank you for joining us for this comprehensive walkthrough. We encourage you to explore ScoutBallAI.com and see how it can revolutionize your coaching experience. Make sure to check out our next video where we'll dive deep into the AI analytics features that will take your coaching to the next level.